Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we've got Death Shadow versus Burn. A little bit of a surprise there. Last week, Matt was on a mono green Enchantress list, and here opting to go ahead and sleeve up a very aggressive list. Now, I've got a theory about Burn and Blue-Red Delver versus Death Shadow, and that theory is the first 7 points of life you should absolutely not use any cards to eliminate. A pair of Death Shadow come down as 3/3s, Force of Will in hand. I think that first 7 points of life, you either need to make them get rid of it, or use your creatures, Goblin Guide, Monastery Swiftspear, Eidolon, the Great Revels, to push their life total down. If you can sandbag those cards in hand, I think going from 13 to 0 is a lot easier than going from 20 to 0. And if they try and beat you with Delver, then, I mean, you're a control deck with 25 ways to remove it. And here we see 3 Death Shadows. I'm still at 10 life. These Death Shadows wouldn't have to be on board if that Lava Spike and Flame Rift were not fired off. Chain Lightning goes down to 7. Can he close out from here? Fire Blast. That would go to 3. Still have a Force of Will in hand. Gonna use it, and that'll do. So Death Shadow hanging on there against Burn. Let me know what you think about that. A little bit of theory crafting there. That's just my observation so far. And I think if you can do that as a Burn player or Blue-Red Delver, I mean, if you're playing, 8 or more Burn spells in your deck, I'd save them. I think there's no reason to push that life total from 20 to 13 with the sacrifice of a card to do so. They're literally doing it for you. And if they don't do it, you can just control the board. Gurmag Angler, really the only thorn in that kind of plan. But honestly, it's a 2 of. I think it's worth it. It really does seem like it's almost a complete waste of the card to Lava Spike somebody down from 20 to 17 in this particular matchup. So we'll see how Matt adjusts for game 2. If he changes up his tactics at all. Death Shadow knows what it needs to do. That life total is going to be a valuable resource in this matchup. Wastelands here are going to be able to get rid of our own mana base if needed. Days can also pick up the dual lands. Of course, the reason for that comment is Price of Progress, a tremendous finisher. Excuse me. A tremendous finisher in Burn, potentially dealing 6, 8, 10 damage, depending on the context. For only 2 mana, 1 in the red. At instant speed, a pair of them can potentially close out the game very, very quickly. Pairs well with Fire Blast. Also, giving the deck tremendous reach with very little resources. And it looks like a Diabolic Edict in hand. And Suspended Riftbolt. Ponder, seeing Days. Looks like it might be good enough to keep. Force of Will in hand. Suspend Riftbolt. You are definitely not going to be deploying Delver there. Go ahead and take it on the chin. Give your Delver a chance to get in there. There he is. Gonna hope to avoid Searing Blaze. There's a big problem with activating their trap, so to speak. Putting down creatures does turn on a bunch more burn spells. But here at 11, haven't needed to take any damage on purpose. Wasteland, Force of Will, visible in hand. If this Ponder is kept, you got to imagine it's pretty good, or at least the top card is. Gonna look to ride Delver out, perhaps. A 4th mountain. That is a lot of mountains. Goblin Guide. Drawing into Delver here. Thinking it through. May want to keep that card on top from Ponder. And no, just gonna risk it here. So gonna grab an Underground Sea. I'm gonna let this trigger resolve. Jam and Edict. It is a land, so a little extra value there. Not bad, not bad. Delver, oh, and that's where you want to be. Hymn to Torok off the top. Only 3 cards in hand on the other side. That's going to fetch a Lightning Bolt. And the other 2 go. They're just mountains, so kind of stable at 5 life here. The 2-turn clock, and Matt's going to need to draw something good off the top. He does not. And Death Shadow taking down Burn in 2. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please help grow the channel by subscribing. You'll be notified when we upload new videos like Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic with commentary, or Untapped, our raw tournament gameplay. Thanks for watching.